Partnership with the Ozarks has been tracking this first freeze to determine if cold weather shelters need to open. Our meteorologist Nick Kelly has the factors it considers.
Monday morning saw temperatures drop below freezing for the first time this season. While that sent many at home scrambling for heaters, furnaces, and blankets to stay warm, those less fortunate were wondering if area shelters like Grace United Methodist would be open to take refuge from the cold. November 1st to March 31st are the normal open days for cold shelters across the Springfield area when temperatures can drop to 32 degrees or below overnight. Although Community Partnership of the Ozarks had discussions to open early, they couldn't get volunteers ready in time. Shelter inspections, transportation, and volunteer planning will let shelters be available starting November 1st. And when it comes to volunteers, the organization says that's what's needed the most this coming winter.
There are people that can help when transportation drops off at the shelter, help get people inside, make sure they feel comfortable, do some hospitality, get people set up with their beds. There are overnight volunteers, so people who actually stay through the night. We try to have two, and then they can sleep and they can switch on and off.
Information on volunteering and available shelters in the area can be found in this story online and on the KY3 News app. In Springfield, meteorologist Nick Kelly, KY3 News.